Hi, Ash and Tay fam. I am the Ashley half of Ash and Tay, coming to you from my car. For those of you watching the replay, hi, welcome. I'm glad you came. I am going to be talking all about my new rebrand situation that I just decided to do, and kind of went with it. Am I shaking? Kind of went with it because I fly by the seat of my pants. That's how I live. And I made that branding board and I shared it to Taylor immediately. I shared it to a couple other, just not in the community friends that I have that I know they have style, and I wanted to get their opinion. Okay, so I made my branding board and I made that on Canva. And for rebranding or building a brand in the first place, I would recommend Canva Pro to anyone who asks me, not because you get more fonts, so you can choose which font you're going to use regularly throughout your business that you're going to see all the time, so you get more of the options of fonts. You get more pictures, because as your businesses start to grow, you might start using stock images in your marketing or Instagram posts or newsletter emails or Facebook posts or anything like that, and you get a lot more stock photos with Canva Pro, and also you get more graphics. So for things like Rap Label Wednesday, I use my Canva, did I say Instagram Pro earlier? I use my Canva Pro options to do my Rap Label Wednesdays every week because it just gives me more options. But that's not the main thing. The main thing for Canva Pro when you're building a brand is the organization it comes with. You can set your brand colors, you can set your brand fonts, you can save images and graphics and uploads, things that you upload yourself, into different folders. So I've got one that says stock images I like, my favorite graphics, so like my crochet hook, the little paint swatch things that I use in the different folders on Canva Pro. So when I go to create a Pinterest image, a Facebook post that's graphic, graphic as in has words on it, not graphic inappropriate. Canva Pro gets lots more fonts than that's available just for plain Canva, absolutely, and they're awesome. The script fonts, there's a lot of those. See a font that's got a little crown next to it? That would be free if you had Canva Pro. So if you're looking at Canva, you can upload fonts with Canva Pro. So if you have a font that you already use and it's not listed on Canva, you can upload it. My font for A Crafty Concept right now, my current logo, I have uploaded into Canva and I use it. Stock photos of yarn. Actually, they have a few stock photos of yarn, not a lot, not as much as I would like. But it's not just, they have a lot of flat lay, office type, with notebooks or a phone. They have a lot of blank screens of computers. They have sometimes I use Bible looking ones for my church's my church's Instagram, which if you get onto Canva and you just got a little crown, like a crown that you wear on your head, then that would be available to you if you had a Canva Pro. So look through there and look at all those crowns that you would be having access to and see if it would be worth it to you. But if nothing else, the organization is a game changer, because the more I focus on getting organized with Instagram and my brand and my newsletter, everything is so much easier. I had my merch launch today and it was so seamless. It wasn't hard or stressful. I wasn't getting aggravated because I was trying to do a million things and Ava's trying to talk to me. I was organized and it helped a lot. I already had my Instagram post scheduled. I already had the caption written up, the hashtags picked out. I already had the picture edited. It was ready to go. I had all of the, a crane, big old crane. I had the email newsletter already typed up and drafted and had links to the shop. Everything was ready to go because I've been working on being more organized, and it's super helpful. And that will be another Tuesday Talks episode. We will talk about how I've been organizing my Instagram specifically, and aspects of my home life have been benefiting more because I've been working on getting our family schedule written down and kept up with, and Gabe will be like, I'm going out of town on these days, and I'm write it on the calendar, and it's really helping. So just even family things is getting better. But we'll get into organization later. I'm really excited about organization, but I'm also really excited about my brand. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've got planned out in my mind that I'm going to need to make to have like at the ready. And okay, so obviously there's all the social graphics. I'm going to need a new header for my newsletters, because right now it's got those 3 shades of coral at the top with A Crafty Concept through it, or Wrap Label Wednesday written in my A Crafty Concept font. It's called Cornish, I think is what that font is called. And then a picture of me, that picture is fine because I'm wearing a terracotta orange shirt, which is a new brand color. And that's why I chose that brand color, because I have 2 shirts that color that I wear often and enjoy the way I look in them. But also that color is the color of the bricks. So I can go take pictures in front of that, have that building in the background, and it's like terracotta orange. So it's cohesive. It will look nice. So, okay. Newsletter banner, Facebook cover page, Instagram cover page, the little thing on my Instagram channel that says A Crafty Concept, blah, 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 and my Instagram links. When you click the link in my bio on Instagram, that thing will have to be rebranded. craftyconcept.com is going to have to get a little bit of an overhaul. I'm going to need a new logo because I'm going to use my new fonts, and I have picked out my new fonts already, and I'm really excited about it. I chose a bold, like a big bold font. I chose a regular font to use like for all of my types of posts and things. What if I hang on to that? And then I chose a script font for like a little feminine touch / like adding, detail. Those are the 3 fonts that I chose. The regular font that I'm using has like 20 different variations of it. So it's all the same font. It's just slightly like variated, which I think is going to be really cool, because what if I want it looks awesome, but it needs to be bold, or I just want to bold a few words, or I don't know. I have lots of options. What if I like it, but I just wish they were taller for this one thing? I thought they would look prettier if they were taller. I have all these options with the font that I chose for my plain font. And I love my bold font. I've just been drawn to it anyway. I tried to choose things that I thought would be easy to read, appealing to the eye, easy to use for designs, and so those are how I chose my fonts. I chose my colors. Like, I chose the terracotta just because I have 2 of those shirts, and that's the color of the bricks, basically. But I use those shirts a lot on my Instagram and in my pictures for my business. And I have 2 of them, not just 1. Plus, it's just a really pretty color. Terracotta is like a burnt orange. It's pretty. I chose pink because, duh, pink is my favorite color of all time. And it makes me happy. And I have to include pink because I like it. I chose sage green because I texted my friend and I was like, Callie, what kind of leafy plants did you use in your bouquets at your wedding? I was like, they're like light green and they were in your bouquets. And I was sitting in my my living room, because there's a picture of Ava from Callie's wedding holding a flower bouquet, which was my bouquet as the maid of honor. But Ava's holding it and like looking up, and it's a really pretty picture. And I'm like, dang, and it's got pretty pink flowers, and the pink looks so pretty against these leafy things that she had. And I was like, and you guys are gonna laugh when I tell you what it is, because it's super common and I'm not a plant person, so I didn't know. But she was like, they're eucalyptus, ukulele, the little leaves, and they're like light green and like sage green, which is like why I chose sage green, because I wanted to use little eucalyptuses, lip dye. I might use them as picture props and throw some in the corners. I might use them in my logo maybe. And then I started going through and thinking of different textures that I would want to use and use repeatedly. And I tried to think of things that were easily accessible. So I almost went with black and white marble because it's really pretty and chic and girly. But that's expensive to buy marble things. They do have fake marble that would still look fine in pictures. One of my colors is linen, and then so there's linen, white, solid white, dark gray, like really dark gray, pink, sage, pink, and terracotta. Those are my colors. and I just didn't think the marble would looked good with that. So I went with concrete, which is going to be really cool because Gabe can make me a concrete topped table. I can get a concrete light bulb thing, like a lamp with a light bulb like coming out of a piece of concrete. You can make concrete anything with silicone mold. I just thought concrete would be easily accessible, plus it's gray, and it looks like different shades of gray because it's like mixed or whatever, so it's nice. That's why I chose concrete. I chose rose gold because it goes with the pink nicely. Also, I just really like it. I like rose gold things. I am drawn to them, so I want to put rose gold things in my space. This way it will be on brand too. It's like a double whammy there. Anytime that you can apply something that you just love anyway, like you're attracted to, you're drawn to it, into your brand, that's two birds. Because if you use it to decorate your house and then you're like, oh, I can pull this and stick it in the picture for a photo prop, or put it in the background for my Facebook Live or anything like that, you already have it. So that would be really cool. I think she's asking what you mean by stock photos, how you use them. Oh, so I've used stock photos on Instagram. I'm a part of a membership program, and she gives us stock images every month, specifically for Instagram and social media, and I've used a couple of them on Instagram. I used one on something I just created yesterday that I can't tell you guys about until Friday. I used one on, like if I was going to send out a newsletter and I was talking about something, but it wasn't, like I could take a picture of confetti being popped if I'm talking about a celebration, like a launch. So things like that, stock images, eventually you will find a feel for how you can use them. You can use them on social media, but I like to use them also in like newsletters, blog posts. I took a blogging course, and she was very adamant about using images out in people's minds, whatever it is you're talking about. So if you're talking about being scared, maybe you take a picture of a big clown or something like that, and people will remember, oh yeah, being scared, blogging, big clown. They'll make those connections. So it's good to just have a handful of pictures at your ready, and Canva Pro has a ton. If you guys saw my picture today in my newsletter talking about my launch with the balloons behind me, totally, that came from Canva. That's a Canva Pro picture, and I just put it behind me and cut myself out of the other picture on Procreate on my iPad, which I did in my last Tuesday Talks episode. I talked about that. But that's another way you can use a stock photo, is like Day Rose uses stock photos sometimes for her, like to show you her wall decor pieces. She will Photoshop them into the stock photo to look like it's on the wall in that setting. I'm horrible at that. Apparently that takes a specific finesse that I don't have just yet. But that's another thing that you could use stock photos for, is photoshopping yourself. Brand. Okay, so I chose concrete, and I chose rose gold I wanted like a metal, so I chose rose gold. I am choosing dark wood, special walnut, and it's a dark brown wood, and I really like that, so I chose that. I also chose white wood because that's the backdrop that I already have, and I think it looks pretty. So I was a little iffy on if I should have both of those colors of woods, but one of my friends that is really stylish was like, yeah, they totally mesh well. So I was like, okay, I'll keep them. And then white brick is one of my textures because I have access to a white brick wall that I take pictures in front of a lot, and it's very clean, which would be really cool if I was making a graphic and I wanted to have fall crafty merch written on a white brick wall. That would look cool, and it would be branded because I use white brick walls a lot in my things. Also, it's pretty easy to find white brick backgrounds and things like that for like pictures. I chose little wood slices because I have some wood slices, so that makes sense. I can get more wood slices because Gabe knows how to cut wood, and we have trees. It matches the dark wood that I already picked out, the wood slices, because like the brown around the border is dark wood, and then I can use wood slices as coasters or little things to set candles on. So I like wood slices. I like the look of them. They kind of look rustic a little bit, so I went with that. And then I almost chose the tin that you can get at Hobby Lobby, all the decorations that are like some type of tin. I almost chose the tin because it's very, galvanized metal or something is what it's called, but I went with the rose gold instead, and I also put pops of rose gold glitter in my brand board because I would like to use Canva Pro. I don't know if it's Canva Pro or regular Canva. Has a whole bunch of glitter, like PNG vector type things that you can use in different stuff, and it looks really pretty, and it's kind of like feminine and fabulous a little bit. I love glitter, so that's something that, and also if I ever needed, like, you can get glitter at Hobby Lobby, so if I needed to use glitter in person and not just on the computer, I have access to that. So that's why I chose to throw in some glitter. A few things that I know that I'm gonna have to make. I already listed the banners that we talked about. I'm also going to make some Pinterest templates on Canva. So structured as a pin that does better on Pinterest are the tall skinny pictures. I will make some branded templates, and all I gotta do is click and drag my pattern photos in there and then change the words to say Claire Bun Beanie pattern, free crochet pattern, A Crafty Concept, like something like that. So I'm gonna make a handful of Pinterest templates. I'm going to renovate my MailChimp. All of my newsletters are going to be updated or just changed to the new style, the new aesthetic. I'm going to look for clothes in the colors of my brand. When I buy fingernail polish, which I'm going to do that anyway because I take pictures of my hands every single day. So it would make sense for me to get fingernail polished that is branded for A Crafty Concept. So I'm thinking some blush pink and maybe even like the dark gray will probably be, and yeah, those are probably the colors I get. I might get green, but I probably won't. I'll probably get blush pink and the dark gray. Linen would probably be weird. I might be able to pull off some linen fingernail polish one day. But when I take pictures of my hands all the time in my crochet patterns, if I have the same 2 colors of nail polish every time, whenever you're scrolling through Pinterest, if you see 2 hands with blush pink nail polish holding on to a Clover or More crochet hook, you're going to be like, oh, immediately in your brain, you're going to think, I wonder if that's a Crafty Concepts picture, because you know that that's what I use all the time. And I wish I could get a customized Clover or More hook set. Wouldn't that be amazing? If I could be like, hey Clover, these are my brand colors. I need a hook set in these colors, please. I'm thinking about getting the black and gold just so my pictures would be more cohesive. The Clover or More colors are a little funky. I can adjust the colors a little bit when I fool around and editing my pictures. So I might just do that because I really like using Clover or More hooks. Like, they're my favorite hooks to use. So I'll probably still stick with those, but then maybe use some different hooks for photo props. I have a couple furls hooks that are wood and dark wood, which is part of my branding board. So I will do that. I'm going to be making another page. So my first page is all aspects from Canva that I pulled together. I just looked at some pictures that I liked through the stock photos and put them on there, and then looked for certain textures on purpose that I liked and put them on there, and then colors, and then I chose my shape, which is going to be a hexagon. So anytime that I need something to be branded, I can throw some hexagons on it and then it will match. Something that's easy. Canva gives me the outline of a hexagon and the filled in version of the hexagon. Hexagon shelves are really cool. Like, I like the look of that, and that's something that I could easily put on my walls, and then when I take pictures of wall hangers, have some hexagon shelves hanging next to them. It'll be on brand. It will look good. It will make you think A Crafty Concept, which is awesome. I'm not sure about my logo just yet. I've been playing with my fonts, and I really like one setup, but I don't have any graphics with it. It's just the words A Crafty Concept, and I'm not sure if I'm going to throw on some icons or peonies, because that's my flower. I picked peonies because they're like this color pink that I like. I like peonies that are this color pink. Also, you can get them at Hobby Lobby, and I can lay them in photo props. I can hold them when I'm doing photo shoots of like myself. Something that's easy to get a hold of that I really like the look of. so I chose peonies. I thought that would be I also think I'm going to be using cotton stalks because I've been using them anyway, but I feel like they go with the brown wood and wood slice aesthetic, so I think that will work fine. I already made almost like stationery. I don't know, I made a PDF document that I'm sending out to my newsletter on Friday. Everybody's going to get it if you're subscribed. And I decorated it to be on brand, so it's not just like letters on a page. It's got a little bit of finesse in it. So I think I really like that. And then that made me think that I need to start collecting graphics that I like for my business that I want to use repeatedly. So I chose these like animal spots, but it's just little spots. It's not like leopard print or nothing. It's just a whole bunch of little spots like slapped into like a graphic. So I really like those spots. And then I told you my hexagons already, which I will keep, and I'll probably keep my crochet hook, this one. Probably keep that guy as one of my graphics that I use regularly. I need a few more graphics that I'm gonna have to draw myself that I want to start using regularly. A messy bun hairstyle, like silhouette, I'll probably use that a lot. The one that I use on my little GIF that I made. And then I'm going to start collecting all these graphics that I like and that go well together and save them in a Canva folder, but also put them on another page of my brand board so I can see how they look together. And then when I'm envisioning my designs, I can go back over there and pull pieces that I need. Amazon.com. And I was just looking up words that fit my aesthetic. So I looked up rose gold, pink velvet, terracotta home decor, eucalyptus leaves, eucalyptus decor, and I just hexagon decor, things like that. And I copy and pasted the pictures onto a board so I can see them together. And the cool thing about that is all of those things I could buy if I wanted to, because they're all on Amazon. So I could, not only could I buy them, but then I could also be like, yeah, here's an affiliate link. If somebody's like, oh, I love your hexagon shelves, I'm like, thanks, I got them on Amazon, here's an affiliate link. So that's another win situation right there. That's where all of those pictures came from, and it did help me kind of start to gather my thoughts of the design that I'm going for. I tried a few other things and they didn't look right. They just stuck out weird compared like with the rest of the page as a whole. So I was like, yeah, that won't work, and I would take it off. I'm going to make a physical brand board. So I'm going to buy peonies, buy eucalyptus stems, buy some hexagon things, and I'm going to physically have a big pile of things in my craft room, and then I will start pulling from those things when I take pictures, but I will also be able to pull from those things when I go to renovate my craft room, because that's going to be renovated all for my new brand, which is super exciting. And I'm really glad that Gabe's on board for that, because then I don't feel like I'm like begging him to help me. So that's exciting too. And then something else that I thought about doing, and I thought about this while we were at Lowe's looking at hardwood floor the other day, and I'm definitely going to write this up in a blog post, but I'm going to make like a branding swatch, like a key ring with a whole bunch of little cards on it, and I'm going to get fabric samples and paint samples of my colors. So paint samples of my colors, fabric samples for like the pink velvet that I'm going to be using. I can't remember if I don't think there's faux fur in my aesthetic, but then maybe I'll get a rose gold glitter piece of paper and put it in there. Maybe a tiny, probably just a picture of wood slices, and then put it in my purse. And then when I'm out, if I see something and I'm like, oh, that's so A Crafty Concept, I can pull out my swatch thing and be like, oh no, that's a totally different shade of pink. How did I not see that? Or, oh no, that totally clashes with this and this and this that's already on my website. That wouldn't work at all. Something like that. But I thought that was a really good idea, and I'm excited. I need to do that sooner rather than later. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and look at the fabrics there and get a couple samples, and then go to Lowe's and look at the paint, 3 main colors, which is the pink, the sage green, and the terracotta, and then the linen and the dark gray. I need to save all of those color hex codes somewhere where I can access them easily for when I'm decorating or designing on not Canva. So with Canva, it will save your brand colors for you. Canva Pro will save your brand colors and then you can easily change them. But when I go into my newsletter, anytime that I have to choose a color for like a button or a font color, like for the words, I have to click it from the picker. And if I had the hex codes somewhere where I can easily copy and paste them, I will be able to get them quicker, and then my newsletters will match, everything will match. So that's my plan, my main plan that I've been thinking of. And then also the renovation of the craft room is going to be all with this new brand, which is super exciting, but also nerve-wracking because I'm not a very stylish person. But we shall see. Okay, how do you use color in products and stay on brand? I'm glad you asked that, Karina. My finished pieces are going to be renovated. I'm going to only speak to my target audience when I sell finished pieces, and I'm going to only offer certain colors when I sell finished pieces. I'm going to offer my brand colors, probably year-round, and then trendy colors. And my goal is like 10 to 12. All of the cotton things will be using these 12 cotton colors, and hopefully I can make them be similar to each other as much as possible, but sometimes I can't get... Oh, that's another thing I'm going to do for my brand. I'm going to get different yarns that match. So I'm going to say, okay, these are my yarn colors and I love this yarn. These are my yarn colors and I love this cotton. These are my yarn colors in Gopher Faux. Like, I'm going to make a list of all the different brands of yarn that I like and find my branding colors already and have them saved. So whenever I do need to design a new pattern, I'm like, hey, I really have a good idea for a Gopher Faux pattern. Let me see if I got oh yeah, I need blush pink Gopher Faux. That's the name of it, or whatever, something like that. But I'm going to only offer 10 to 12 colors to my audience, and they're going to be seasonal. So I'll probably have 2 color schemes, spring and summer, winter and fall. And that's the only options they're going to see with their eyeballs. But the listing will say, more color options available upon request. But I will only present them with the 10 to 12 colors. And then I will have a Claire Bun beanie. One Claire Bun beanie made in each of the 10 to 12 colors, and then a listing for each one. I will have children's size, so baby Claire's, just different sizes. It doesn't have to be like all baby, all toddler, so I'll just have a few of each, a variety of sizes for the baby Claire's in my 10 to 12 in my 10 to 12 colors that I offer. My baby bibs, I will take a picture, make one bib in each of the 10 to 12 colors and list them separately. That's another thing too, whenever I hone in on my branding colors and my business colors for my finished pieces side of my business, if my audience shops with me regularly, their stuff is gonna match. So my target audience for my finished pieces part of my business is going to be moms of young children. Those are the people I'm going to, specifically girl moms, because most of my designs are girly just in nature. So I'm going to start talking to moms of young children, or just moms of young children, moms with little ones, like 5 and under, and I'm going to be talking to them when I make my listings. When I'm not going to have a separate Instagram for these people, but I am going to have my Etsy shop set up talking specifically to these people. Getting baby food all over your $50 outfit you just bought your precious little girl, here's a bitty boho bib and it's washable and you can cover that up. And then she will relate. She'll be like, I did buy a $50 outfit for her and she got carrots all over it and now it's stained. My target audience lady will be able to relate to that in the marketing, in the description of the 10 to 12 colored bitty boho bibs that I offer in my shop. So that's how that's going to start working. If you do just custom orders, and I started this way, I did just custom orders for probably 4 or 5 years, and it was insane. And I thought, how do people make their Instagram feeds look so cohesive? I'm using Like this order will be 3 linen hats, but then this one is pink and black striped Claire bun beanie. So how am I supposed to take pictures? I can only take pictures of the things that I'm making. And if I'm making pink and black striped Claire bun beanies, that's what I have to take a picture of. So my Instagram feed is all over the place. I was there. I get that. That's until you decide which colors you're going to offer for custom orders, which is totally fine if that's where you're at right now. Like, don't stress about if your Instagram feed isn't cohesive or if your brand isn't super noticeable. Like, that will come. I've been doing this since 2012 and it's 2019, and now I'm getting ready in 2019 to get it together. Like, and I've been doing just fine with it not. This whole time I've been learning every step of the way. You learn what you need to know when you need to know it, and it's totally fine. Be patient with yourself. I can barely contain it, and it's because I have a future I see the future that I want for A Crafty Concept. I'm doing the baby steps to get to that future. So we're just in different, like, wherever you're at in your business, you see your future that you want. You're taking the baby steps right now to get to that future, and that's fine. So don't stress if none of this branding stuff makes sense to you yet. It's good to just get an idea, let it start cooking in your brain, even if you're not ready to implement it, which is totally fine because, like I said, 2012, 2019. It's a huge gap. Is it ever too early to start a branding board? No, Priscilla, start. And you can even just make a Pinterest board and save it as my brand ideas. And just when you're on Pinterest, if you see a picture that just like makes you feel like, whoa, that makes me feel at peace. You love the way it's organized. Even if you don't know why that picture speaks to you, but you like it, save it to a board and start collecting all of these things randomly at all different times. And then go, after you've been doing it for like a month or so, go look at the board, the Pinterest board, and just scroll through the images, and you'll start to see repetitiveness. You will start to see a few colors that have been popping out over and over and over and over, a few different styles. Like, there's always a furry white blanket in half these pictures. I must really like furry white blankets. Even if you don't want to make your brand board, a digital brand board on Canva, just start pinning things on Pinterest that you like and that you're interested in and that draws your eye, and then that will give you a place to start. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna fit me more, and it's gonna help having things like already clustered together that I can pull from, and then if I need inspiration, I can just stare at my brand board, and then be like, okay, stare at my brand board, let it sink in, and then look at other things that I need to pick out, like through the lenses of my brand board, if that makes sense. I'm very excited. I bought the new sage green earrings from SLP handmade, or SLP made, and I bought them because I knew that I was getting ready to launch my rebrand. I already had a coffee mug in that color. I will be looking for more clothes in that color, and then as the season changes too, seasonal clothes will be in those colors. And then my textures, I'm going to start pulling those in to pictures. And I don't know if it's time for me to invest in like a web designer and get Shopify and make that big jump, or if I should keep doing what I'm doing now and just do it myself and go back in. And it's very duct tape together, basically, is how it is. But I might invest in getting a website designer to refresh some things for me. I don't know. And I still don't know if I'm going to design my own logo. And I think it would be more on brand for me to make my own logo, so I can show you guys, this is the type of logo you can make, this is how I did it. And then once I make one, I think I will be able to be in like a logo making mindset and then maybe do some more. But I am going to hop off. Thank you guys for joining me in this Car Tuesday Talks. Next one will be better, I promise. I really wanted to come to this ladies meeting, and it's in Richmond, and I live in Berea. It's about a 20-minute drive, and I just didn't have time to do both, so I was like, I'm just going to do it in my car. One day I'll have a Wi-Fi thingy, and it will be much better, and then maybe I'll have one of those fancy phone holding things that no matter how you hold it, your phone stays level and straight and not shaking around all over. Thanks for toughing it out with me today. I will be in your inbox tomorrow for Wrap Label Wednesday, and then this weekend is the Makers Retreat in Gatlinburg, so get ready for it, and meeting everybody and hugging everybody and talking yarn all weekend. So until Friday, I'm excited. Also Friday, newsletter coming out with the new document that I was talking about, and you guys can check out the design aspect of the document and let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it's too busy. Let me know if you think it's like super subtle and perfect. Let me know if you don't like certain things.